Good now to you. We are pleased to be meeting with you in this fashion to discuss with you anything that you so choose that would allow you to know more of yourself.
Can you just read my energy and tell me something or explain to me what you're sensing?
Yes, we can offer that your energy is quite clean and that there is not much distortion that we can read without speaking with you in some manner or finding the nuanced, perhaps, beliefs that you're holding on to that do not serve you. In general, you do not have a energy field that is speckled with complications that you are creating for yourself. Therefore, you are in a space where there is much work that has been done already, or a space where the next directions of your journey are in those that are more profound, perhaps, and less upon the level of what your general collective would be working through at this now moment. That does not mean that you are, say, more advanced than any other being on their own soul journey, simply that there are less common themes that you will work through or that you will choose to work through than the general collective that is now in a phase of understanding that separation is not necessarily conducive to their evolution, that unity is more conducive. You already have quite a firm grasp on this concept, whereas many others are very steeped or simmering within the broth of their humanness or connected to materiality that you are not in this same way. So it is a interesting and exciting space to be in because you do have a level of positivity or optimism towards being able to achieve whatever learnings or experiences or enjoyments that you would like to on your path, and at the same time have interesting and innovative and new directions to go in that perhaps you have not heard of or have not seen examples of in your surroundings.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
How can I fast forward, or how can, to your point, yes, I do feel I've made progress in releasing some of the, in this dimension, what others are maybe still working through, and I've advanced through that. So what is it? How can I go faster, expand faster? I, I maybe in this dimension, maybe 6-7 weeks ago, I did a past life regression, and then I saw your discussion interview on with Jesse on a show called Next Level Soul. So I'm comprehending the there is no time discussion or concept, and that only in this dimension, in this experience, that there is time. So I guess I'm trying to understand, how can, while I'm in this dimension, how can I expand further? How do I accelerate my spiritual growth? Is what I'm looking for. What is it? Meditation? Is it? I spend a lot of time again, a couple hours a day, trying to expand, but I'm trying to be as effective in learning what I can at this point.
Yes,
Can
and
you?
here we encounter the first, perhaps, beliefs that you are holding that are maybe, if you consider, not serving you in the way that you believe they are. In that, you have used words such as faster, further, expansion. You have used words as acceleration, etc. In which case, we must ask you why it is you believe that there is some goal, why it is you believe that there's some need to be going faster, and where it is you think you are going in the first place.
I guess from pure enjoyment or joy within me, my experiences over the last 16 years in terms of growth have freed me. And so I'm trying to be more a stronger presence in my family, a stronger presence with my friends, coworkers, so that my energy and my interactions with them is more positive, more impactful, stronger, not only in uh, the tactical thing or the work item, but just from an energetic level, if that makes sense.
It does.
So that, okay, please go ahead.
Yes, and you will see that your efforting is in fact the thing that is impeding you from the belief that you would have if you were not efforting, or if you were not judging yourself, that that strength, that joy, that flexibility, that presence is already available to you. In that, there is a part of you that is still judging yourself, that you need to be better, more, be more present, be more of a source, be more strong, be more available. And it is not that you are none of these things. In fact, you are many of these things. In fact, you know yourself to be more so these things than you were even a moment earlier. And yet, the judgment of it is what is almost putting on a level of insecurity towards those abilities that you have. Think of someone who is heading towards the extinguishing of a burning building. And they have their tools, they have their training, they have their hose, they have all of the equipment that they need to protect themselves while they are doing so. And at the last moment, they begin to think, well, perhaps this particular fire is too strong. Perhaps this particular fire is too much for me to extinguish. Therefore, they are not as ready as they would have been had they had no doubt. You are introducing doubt all by yourself to the fact that you already are what you would be. You already are what you could consider, if we would use the word enlightened, that you are already that presence in your family, in your community, in your neighborhood, in your relationships, in your communications with other selves. And that the efforting is a residue from a conditioning that you had upon your rearing or childhood education, that nothing could be attained without effort. What if what you are seeking is already here? And it is not a question of trying to get to it, but simply realizing that, oh, it is right there on your forehead, like someone who misplaces their glasses. It has always been there, and you have become closer and closer over the past time that you have mentioned for your journey, these 16 years that you have mentioned, simply to remembering that that presence is who you are. So the acceleration towards it through methodology, whether it be meditation or any other form of opening to, yes, energies, opening to your perceptions and your senses, these are all recommended practices. But they are simply practices that will lead you to the same destination where you already are at. Because it is not a question of getting to be that version of you that is more present. It is remembering that you already are and simply being it on a regular basis without interfering with yourself.
I understand that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching and for being here on this journey with me and Vagrein. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's a wonderful way to help me to continue creating all this content. It also helps the algorithm know that we'd like to share Vagrein's message with the rest of the collective. I do try to respond to every comment on this YouTube channel, so make sure that you do.